If you want to outperform everyone, you need to be asking more questions. I don't mean those stupid questions that you heard someone ask in class and you're like, did you even listen to what the teacher just said? I'm talking about questions on why does this work? How does this work? Who made this way? For example, in class, I would usually always be someone who would raise their hand and ask questions about everything. And yeah, I was probably the most annoying kid in there, but I really didn't understand why things worked the way they did. And I look stupid in the short run, but in the long run, when people are on tests and they don't understand really why something works, you just memorize it and regurgitated it. I actually knew because I was in the trenches learning the information piece by piece. The perfect example of this is Elon, and this is not political, but just look at stuff like this XAI data center where he clustered like the most amount of GPUs by NVIDIA that they even thought was possible in like under 2 years. I think it was 18 months. He was able to do that by asking, why does this work this way? This doesn't need to work this way. Let's do it this way. He understood the process, and because he understood it, he can make it quicker and more efficient. And little do you know, but this reflects a whole lot stronger when you get into the workplace. Especially when you first start and you just have a load of information being thrown at you, and you will, especially if it's a high demand job, you're not going to know a lot of stuff. And more likely, you're not going to understand why things work the way they do work. But the mistake I think a lot of people make, and I've done the same thing, is saying, no, I just got here. I need to make sure that I look like I know and think everything. But there will be the day where you get caught up and people think you're stupid, or why didn't you just ask me in the first place? Especially as someone young going to the workplace, or someone just young in general, this is the one time that you had to actually ask questions, look stupid, and not know what you're doing. Because that learning curve is going to come really quick, and people are going to expect a lot more from you in a short amount of time. And you understanding what something is and how it works could be the difference between you getting a promotion early or someone being like, yo, I'm never taking this task to this guy again. Super drastic, I know, but it's all to say this. When you work to understand what it is you're doing, even if you look stupid in the moment, you're going to thank yourself for years to come, because when people are still trying to figure out how to do something, you will have internalized it and actually understood it. And when you understand something, you get a strong foundation to build your next skill instead of just a little quicksand that falls from beneath you.